From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnissiah.
Hello everybody, my name is pangoduck. Welcome to a new series. That was quite an extreme opening, I realised, but it does play the intro when you start the game, and I thought, well, sod it. Let's watch the intro first, get a little bit of context. Mechanicus is pretty spooky. Spooky people who just want to be machines, working for the Imperium of Man in the Warhammer 40K universe. Now, anyway, what is this game? It's kind of like XCOM, in a way. XCOM, but not XCOM, but kind of like XCOM. It's really good, okay? Here's the situation. I bought this game ages ago, played it a little bit. I was like, yeah, it's okay. You know, like got through the tutorial and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's alright. And then I just never went back. Recently, gave it another go. Turns out, after the tutorial, it becomes an incredible game. Who knew, right? Who knew? However, I should say, opening salvo here, the first episode, I mean, check how long it is, you can see, but it's probably just going to be the tutorial and story context. Now, the thing is, obviously, I know how to play, so the tutorial won't be us reading a bunch of shit, but I will explain how it works. It will take a little while, probably. But yeah, if you skip the tutorial, you skip all story context. Fuck that. So, we're going to do it. But if you absolutely don't want to see that, you already know the story context, you don't want to see me do that and explain how the game works, by all means, skip to episode 2. Okay. Are we ready to start? Is all business taken care of? I suppose I should say, probably be 3 episodes a week. Monday, Thursday, Sunday for me. But if there are more, it's because I had extra time and recorded more of the game because it's really fun and I wanted to. Okay. How long did we waste? Only a couple of minutes. Right, new game. So we're going to go on normal. I'm going to enable Iron Man. Will be no cheating here. Permadeath and the Heretic DLC. And we will not skip the tutorial because of what I've just said. So let's get to it. The Adeptus Mechanicus. There we go. Okay, here we go. So I didn't want to read that first bit out loud because, you know, it was a bit of a vibe. But I'll read the characters that don't speak, because otherwise you've got to sit there and read it anyway. So, Reditus. An echo in the noosphere, Magos. An old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown, but possibly key to victory. Possible key. Oh my god, we're like a minute in, I already messed up. It's fine. An opportunity to research. Perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. Transmission's origin is Silver Tenebris, part of the Omnissiah Solaris within Ultima Segmentum. Holy shit, who put all these words in here? Oh, I should also note I am not a 40k buff at all. Search the roles, Redditus. Gather them. 4 months later. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope, I have woken it. I come to this world to investigate its ruins, but I have found so much more. Terrors, yes. Threats to body and soul. But by the Omnissiah, I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Resak. He vanished while on an exploratory mission to investigate xenostructures on Silver Tenebris. Hypothesis. He found something. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. I love this guy. Benefit analysis. Peace for sector. Knowledge for mankind. Potential. Opportunity. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos, Scaevola. Not appropriate them. Themysciran manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder. For to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. In other words, shut up. This game has fantastic music and atmosphere. How cool is that? That is so cool. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere standard breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in a stable orbit, Majos. Administratum records indicate a single colony, St. Eckhart's Hope, on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The Skitarii will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Servo Skull Redditus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I'll set up a forward command post. Resak's transmission looked like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to the underground structure so your tech priest can begin the exploration. Okay, Agrolek sector located. One of the sectors on the planet, so all the sectors are a little bit different. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with a patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. What the fuck is this word? You can't be tripping me up this early. Facsimile? Fuck. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let secrets of this world equal 0. Yes, Gavola. My man. A council caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Videx. The structure is too deeply buried, and Scaevola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. You may notice we have a few personalities on board. The exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There is no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a moral threat exists that the Skitario are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitari, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomina. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo School Redditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnissiah be praised. We're going in. Okay. None of this matters because I'm just going to tell you how it works. Shut up. Shut up. So, essentially, each mission will comprise of the troops you bring with you. You've got the tech priests, which are these two at the moment. We can get more later, but those are your main units. If you lose all of your tech priests, you don't have to bring them all to every mission, but let's say you brought them all and they all died, you lose the game completely. However, troops, which at the moment are just servitors, but we unlock different troops later, those guys are fully expendable. As you can see, they only cost 5 HP, but each mission will be like this, often with multiple routes you can go down, but obviously in the tutorial we can just go down one route, and you work your way through the tomb with various events happening, trying to collect resources, etc., doing whatever objectives you have. Often in other missions you won't be able to see enemies like this, but obviously in the tutorial we can. So, let's move forward. It'll become clear. These Xenos hieroglyphs. I know of them. They are my undoers. Necrons. Mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is the work of the alien, Magos. Codex Fulminatus 83.12. Show caution and scorn in all things. He's going to get on our tits before long, isn't he? Okay, so basically, sometimes when you go into a room, you'll have an event and get to pick what you do. So, ahead is an obelisk-like object covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches the tall ceiling of this chamber. So, we can scrutinize, examine the inscriptions on the obelisk, scourge, destroy the obelisk, it is a monument to the alien and must fall, or secure, check the surrounding chambers for potential dangers. Now, I'm greedy, so I'm going to scrutinize and get closer and hope that we can discover something. Oh dear. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening in there. Something huge. Noctilith source... Let's try again. Noctilith source detected. Also known as Blackstone. Request collection. Immediate. Okay, so this is the resource. We're going to use this to get upgrades for our tech priests and all sorts. Our tech priests, we're going to customize, and they can get all kinds of weapons, utility items, different skills. Like, I'll have one, like, we have one now that has an axe, and I'll probably specialize him in all kinds of melee stuff. Got one that's ranged. We might have a support one, you know, a tank, and so on. So we'll use Blackstone to do that. We want as much Blackstone as possible. Okay, nothing in this room. Let's move on to here, and there's going to be combat by the looks of it. Necrons. Resak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off the planet. Every datum we have says they're as deadly as they are inhuman. Okay, so the cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. So, caution. Exercise extreme caution. Do not charge in too heedlessly, lest the trickery of the alien be our downfall. Consistency. Follow the established combat engagement protocols. It shall be done by the book. Or crusade. The aggressive stance of the tech priest ensures they will not be outmaneuvered, but risks their running headlong into the fire of the enemy. I think what we will do... Let's go consistency. We'll do it by the book. Yeah, combat will be joined according to the long-established tenets of the Adeptus Mechanicus for good or ill. Okay, so we can have our first look at combat now, which is obviously like one of the main parts of the game. I know there's been a lot of talking, and there will be quite a bit of talking in the tutorial. Obviously, there'll be less once we get into the normal missions. There'll still be talking, but more gameplay. That's why the tutorial is in its own episode, basically. And I do want to give as much context as possible. Right. Xenos form detected. It's a Necron, would you believe? Confirmed. Relatives cogitate... Wait. Cogitators? We're going cogitators. Might be completely wrong, but that's what we're doing. Relatives cogitators now function for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this. Standard construct. Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. None. Concerning. Wonder about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos? It must... Do not underestimate Gauss weaponry. Highly volatile. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also, double-checking cogitators, widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if they have the time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitari are the equivalent to a Class C graze to Necrons. Okay. So what that basically is telling us, with my fumbled speech, go away, go away, go away, is for stuff like Necron Warriors, the first time you kill them, you know, get rid of all their HP, they kind of go down, but they will have a timer, and then at the end of the time, like turns, after the amount of turns time to go by, they will actually get up again and reanimate. On the other hand, if you critical hit them when you kill them, they don't even get that opportunity. You'll see going forward. Now, first of all, we have to deploy. It looks like at the beginning, it is not letting us deploy any of our troops, probably because we have no cognition points, which are these 4 things here. They are essentially action points. So it's not letting us do any of our troops, but you can always deploy your tech priests for free. This is our guy with a pistol. I don't know, we'll put him over here. And we will put Menarius with his axe over here. Start battle. Okay. That's up, I know. So, you can see the turn order at the top, depending on things like initiative and whatnot. You can also see that Jeremiah is going first, and we can move anywhere in this blue area. So, unlike other games, where moving would take up action points, obviously we have no action points, but he can move, right? If you're moving in the blue area, it costs nothing. In terms of attacking, you can do it whenever you want. Before you move, after you move, you can move, attack, and move again. None of that is restricted. It's all down to how far you can move and stuff. You'll also notice he has these 2 things. They don't cost any cognition points to use, so he can use any of them. So, one of those things is the servo skull. every tech priest has a servo scroll. You can send it out to reveal an enemy's stats. So at the moment, this Necron warrior, we have no idea. Oh, cool. Cool camera angle. Hey. We have no idea how much health it has, if it's got any shields. Like you see, we have a physical shield and an energy shield slightly. We don't know anything about it. However, we can use the servo scroll to scan it and find out. Alternatively, we can use the servo scroll to go to any of these... Excuse me, I'm explaining. To go to any of these nodes on the map, which often will be quite far away, but there's no range limit, and collect the cognition point that's there. Because as you can probably tell, based on the icon, we can collect cognition points from these pillars. Sometimes you'll get like a pillar that's got more than one cognition point in it, but you know, for the sake of argument, these ones have only got one. So, I'm going to grab that because I might as well. You can see that if I move next to it, I will get that cognition point. There's nothing to lose from doing it. It's not going to affect our turn at all. So I'm going to move there. I'm going to skip everything he says because I'm explaining. Some weapons take cognition points and so on. Summoning your allies might as well. But one other thing you can do is use it almost like, you know, in XCOM, how you can move so far, but if you move further, it uses up like more action points and then you can't attack. In this case, you can still attack, so it's relevant in that sense, but you can use cognition to move further. Repeatedly, if you want. You can just use cognition to basically have extra actions with no real limitations. Unfortunately, you can see my blue area actually runs out here, so I can't quite grab that one without using up the cognition point I just got. So I'm not going to bother with that. What I probably will do is move towards it, or it doesn't really matter in this case, so I guess I won't, because we're ranged anyway. Now, I could use the servo scroll to grab it, but I am going to use it on the Necron warrior just to demonstrate. And there we go. 6 health, 1 shield, go away, go away. 1 energy shield. And then it displays it at the top as well so that you can see that information. Now, we have a gun. It doesn't cost any cognition to use. Macro stubber, single target ranged attack. Don't worry about machine spirit, I will explain that later. For the moment, you can see it has 8 meter range, 2 to 4 damage, crit 10%. So I am going to just go ahead and shoot. 3 damage, not bad. And you can see, look, if I wanted to, I can still move. It doesn't affect anything. But we're not going to do anything else this turn. So I will end turn. Now, this guy, on the other hand, same kind of situation. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick up this cognition point. Well, I know, obviously, normally if you're not sure, you've got a plan, but I already know what I'm going to do. So, yeah. You will notice he has the servo scroll the same way. He has an axe rather than a pistol. Single target melee attack. Triggers an opportunity attack. An opportunity attack, while we're at it, is much like in many turn-based games. Let's say you were stood next to someone with a melee weapon. Someone was stood here. If you tried to just move away on your turn, they get a free hit at you. That's present in so many games, isn't it? So that's all an opportunity attack is. We do also have a gun, though. Phosphor Serpenta. Single target ranged attack. Revealed target statistics, actually, when we fire it as well. So that's kind of cool. Does energy damage? Damage, 4 to 6. But you'll notice, by the flashing of these, and here is the price next to it, it costs 2 cognition points to actually fire it. So I think we... Wow, I'm rotating the camera. I think we will, because then we get a free reveal on the stats. And I can use the skull to grab this in the meantime. Alternatively, I could use our 1 cognition point to get in range and then hit it with the axe. Couldn't I? Should we be greedy and do that? And try and keep our cognition points? No, I'll tell you what, for the sake of demonstration, let's do this. Because what I could do is go up there, only use 1 point, hit him with the axe, which is free, use the skull to go and get this. It would mean we didn't reveal the stats, but we still do damage, but we don't know how much damage or how much health it has, but we know it's probably similar to this. And then we'd have a few extra cognition points left over at the end of the turn, and we could maybe use that to summon allies. But for the sake of argument, let's move as forward as far as we can, then just shoot with the pistol, since it says it reveals stats. Oh wow, we one-shot. Holy crap. 6 damage. Yeah, this is what I was explaining. So, you can see that if we go and stand next to him, or if we finish him, we will get a cognition point. But he is now in reanimation protocol, and you can see the timer here. So this means in 3 turns, he is going to stand up again. However, obviously I'm going to kill him. Now what we can actually do is kill him this turn, because if I use the skull to go and grab this cognition point, the skull is free, I can then move in range, Yeah, I know, dude. Using the cognition point for a little bit of a sprint. We grabbed the cognition off him automatically, but if we shot him with a gun and killed him, it would be the same. And now we can finish him. There we go. Delicious. Teleported away, can't come back. That's it. Now we have no more actions. I could use the cognition point to move closer over there, but I'm not going to bother. Let's end the turn, let him have his turn. Only 1 damage to us. Excellent. New round. So at the start of a new round, all of these things replenish. Because we're stood next to that one, we actually just grab it automatically at the beginning of the turn. And because there's a new round and we have troops that we haven't deployed, and we have cognition points to spawn them, we can bring in some of our troops, which I will just for the sake of it. So we have 2 points. You can see that they cost 1 point each, so I can bring in 2 servitors. There we go, using up. So I can't bring any more. We don't have enough, but that's fine. Yeah. So troops, as I said, are just cannon fodder, expendable. It's actually his turn first. The servitors are crap, right? They only have the servo arm, which is just a really crap, look, 1 to 2 damage melee attack. However, they do have a passive thing called Dead Scan. Collect 1 cognition point when hit by an enemy. So actually, these guys getting shot gives us, or, you know, hit or whatever, gives us cognition, which is just so sick. So they are kind of useful. A, for just tanking hits, but B, for getting cognition. Also, you'll notice if I try and walk away here, I'm allowed to with no warning. This guy has no melee weapon, so he would not have any chance to hit me with an opportunity strike. And the other thing is, he would have to move away now, because he only has a ranged weapon, and you cannot fire ranged weapons point blank. So he can't do anything unless he moves away, and then we'll hit him as he moves. So it's, you know, getting up close and personal to these guys that have no melee weapon is just delicious. I think I will go diagonally, like so. We might kill it. We do. Now, obviously, it's only gone down, but since it's the last unit, it just, you don't have to finish them off. All Xenos life firms? Yes, life forms purged. Okay. Yeah. And obviously, yeah, HP is consistent until you leave the mission. So if you do have events that reduce HP or combat or whatever, that will remain consistent. For both troops and for tech priests. But you do have various events that can heal you. We're actually going to have, look, we don't have any now, but we're going to get some canticles, and they're like global abilities. I'll explain them in a minute. Hypothesis formulation. Sarcophagi, coffins, burial places. Structural purpose designation, tomb. In the chambers ahead are several groups of structures like upright coffins of an unknown material. Oh, good. So we can intrigue. Ensure you observe your surroundings carefully. Detailed pictographs and readings may be the key to success. Ignore. Do not tarry or observe the works of the alien. Press on and avoid any distractions. Or ignite. Make sure you destroy any structure that looks suspicious. It is worth pausing in your advance to do harm to the Xenos abominations. We're going to go intrigue and see if we can get anything out of it. Granted, in the tutorial, you probably can't. They're waking up. Oh, we got 2 cognition points to keep us, you know, because that carries over as well. And we got 150 Blackstone, which is big. Oh, I didn't read the text, but, you know, you get the you get the point. So, yeah, canticles, we have none right now. But those are going to be global abilities that we can use at any point. Here on the map, in combat, you know, there might be one that's like, heal an active unit for 5 HP or something. Or grant 2 or 3 cognition points. Or your next attack will deal extra damage. You know, all kinds of things like that. And I'll be honest, I kept forgetting to use them for like 5 missions in a row. But we'll talk about that later. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick Omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. Well, that's kind of shit, isn't it? That's not what you want to see. Okay, so here we go again. Very similar setup. Obviously, I can move through it a little bit faster this time. Let's put the axe over here. Generally, if I was a bit more worried about stuff, I'd probably put a servitor in front of the... In fact, well, let's do that. Like, you know, to make sure that they can tank hits if anything goes wrong. We can actually deploy all of our servitors. Do I want to? Yeah, sod it. Let's deploy everybody. Okay, and let's get moving. Let's just run at them. We haven't really looked at the servitors much. Should we have a little bit of a look? Rotate around. They're kind of cool. The models are pretty good, considering it's like a top-down strategy. Look, our tech priest with his axe, servo skull ready to go. Our other tech priest, pistol on the mechanical arm. Look, it's really cool. Shut up and get on with the game. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Anyway, we can't reach to attack, so end turn. Fucking hell, Pango, shut up! I do talk a lot. I respect that. Come on, let's get moving. We can actually shoot from here. Do I want to... Oh! Ooh. Oh, I missed that. As I was saying, sometimes cognition points... there's more on a single pylon. Now, something to note. Servo Skull collects 1 point. Always. Now, one of the upgrade trees actually lets you upgrade your Servo Skull to grab all available cognition points, but by default, it can only grab 1. Whereas if I walk over here, I'm going to get all 3. So I am going to do that. I don't really care about getting them again, maybe. Saying that, now that we've done that, we've got a bit of cognition to spare, so what I might do... I'm going to go over here, I think. You'll notice if I stand behind my troops, I can't shoot him. Oh, yeah, I've even pointed it out. You see the yellow gun appearing on him when I move to the sides? Obviously, that means that my pistol can shoot him. If you have multiple weapons, you'll see multiple icons. Because you might have like a long-range weapon that can hit from here and a pistol that can hit from here. So, but yeah, I can't shoot through my own troops, but I can hit him from here. So let's move over there. Servo Skull might as well reveal. 6 HP, 2 physical armor. Okay. And we do physical damage, so presumably he might block... Yeah, 0 to 2, look. Rather than actually 2 to 4, he's going to block 2 damage. Which is a bit feels bad, man. So we do 1, which is passable. Should we move up a bit? No, we'll just sit there. That's fine. Let's get the camera back the way it was. Okay, this is our tech baristo. Thing is I'm going to want to move this guy up. So what I might do is I might sit here and shoot. Because we do have the cognition. It's not like we need cognition to teleport anybody in now. We've got all our units on the field. Wait, what was that? You have energy armor. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Maybe I should shoot this. Oh, I can reach this one. Should I shoot this one? Maybe. Because we're going to do 2 to 4 damage. Well, we're still going to get them all, right? I can maybe down this one. So I suppose because he only has physical armor, this guy has energy armor and this uses energy. So I think I will just do this. More efficient damage-wise. We only do 4 damage. That's a shame. Let's end our turn. You move forward as well. I'm sure they're going to shoot these servitors anyway. Which is good because it will give us cognition. Here we go. Oh, 4 damage. I think that's the upper limit of what they can do with those rifles. Plus 1 cognition. That's what we're being explained. Two damage there. Canoptech scarabs. Now then. What are those? Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't even do that on purpose, I swear. Oh, that was sick. Anyway. What are those? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain. Required. Okay, so one of the logs from the guy. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. Veritas. Verify your cogitators. Then tell me what surfaced from Magos Resac's cogitators. Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Biology. Synthetic. Possible artificial intelligence. Once specimens gathered. AI theory equals false. Personal recording. Weeks of study show there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they're able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. It appears the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Resak's data that we thought was corrupt. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. Unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. There are so many complex words in this. I'm now, like, realizing, like, compared to when I was just sat here playing on my own, you know, just, like, reading it in your head. Oh, my goodness. It's so rough reading it out loud. But we're going to carry on because I'm brave. Right, so we have got some scarabs here. And you'll notice, look, if I try to move through its area of influence, there will be an opportunity attack. So scarabs, obviously, they have a little bit of a attack. It's not very good, but it does also apply acid, I believe, which is essentially a damage over time. So it's a little bit painful. And crucially, they can go and repair Necron warriors and whatnot. So not the best thing in the world. What I will do is probably... Oh, these guys, of course, don't have opportunity attack, so I'm going to move right around the side, out of the way. Have a swing. 1 damage. Okay, we've got 1 HP, which is kind of bad news, but we can only really attack the scarabs. Notice we don't know how much damage we did or how much health they did have, sorry, because we haven't scanned. You've not revealed the statistics, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. We know there can't be too much health, and we've killed one of the models, right? They start with 3. Oh, 4! We killed 2 models. And in fact, there you go. They're dead. We don't even know how much damage we did, but they're dead. So now let's move forward. Probably like here. Okay, Mr. Tech Priest. We'll just move over here now. Fire on Macro Stubber, which hopefully will manage to do 1 damage. Maybe 0, though. We do! Okay, so he's down. We do need to finish him, though, at some point. Yeah, so it's just telling us, like I said, we can't use our pistol because we're in melee range. But that's no bother because I love this axe. Single target melee attack. Okay, 2 of them left. Well, I mean, we could move away. I could let them hit me and then shoot them and finish them off. But for the sake of... I'm just not going to bother. Sometimes I will want to do that. If it's important to kill a unit, I will accept taking a hit, move away, and then shoot. I mean, I could come over here and hit it, couldn't I? Maybe that's better. Do you know what? I will, because this one has got to move away to shoot and will get hit from an opportunity attack. So I'm actually going to come over here and see if we can finish these guys off. Not quite. Not quite. That's all right. Okay, so now his turn. He ticks down on the reanimation. This is opportunity attacks being explained. You will see, look. Oh, we did 4 damage. Oh, and he tried to move away as well. So we did 4 damage. So he didn't manage to move away, and he goes down. And the scarabs tried to move away. I don't know why. They must have been going for a repair. They could have hit us. But we finished them off. And because all of the remaining threats are down, that's the end of combat. Absolutely delicious. All Xenos life forms purged. Let's go on to the final battle. Also, I know I'm saying like 50 of the words wrong. I know, okay? I mean, feel free to correct me. I don't mind. In the comments. Go ahead. It's fine. So, yeah, this symbol is like a mission objective or an important location. Negative signs of hostile forces seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Acknowledged, Magos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations, any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary. Source, the purpose of the tomb. Why was it built? Interface devices all but eroded. There is one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperium Archaeotech. This might take a while. Idea. Magos, if I may take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. Oh, the wonders of technology, right? Noospheric interfacing complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions, Magos. Deconstruct device. Activate switch mechanisms. Learn Necron language, and return later. What will it be, sire? Always so meticulous with your lists, Tech Acquisitor. Tech Acquisitor. Wow. Engage on Xenos mechanisms, although I detest to do so. The promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lure ourselves to the Xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the archaeotech we seek. Protocol updated. Confusion. Noospheric interference? Oh no, they're coming. Disconnect at once. Purged. Reset. Noospheric disconnect complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sire, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Explain. As Tech Acquisitor Scaevola left, suddenly my cognitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign regulatories. Unclear of full damage report. Necron device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. We're still fragmenting. God, it's like my PC. And we're still at it. Fragmenting. Fragmenting. Frag. Remove yourself from the noosphere, Scaevola. Might be too late. Redditus, report. The tomb is waking, sire. Oh dear. Reports from Skitarii cohorts across the planet note that tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitarii that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Uh-oh. Improve protection protocols. Load weapons and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet to burn. Life yet to blossom. Is it truly time?
Right, I know it's annoying listening to me all the time, stumbling over my words and, like, fucking stuff up. But this guy speaks so slowly. We're going to be here all day. Anyway, it is truly time. Agrolek. Thrones of Mars! What was that? Oh my god, what is that word now? An omnilinguistic transmission, Magos. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure.
What is this?
What are those?
Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
Principal Xenos Warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Magos? Okay, the cohort reaches the large chamber beneath the first layers of the Xenos ruins. Bridges stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together, while rubble falls from the high walkways like breadcrumbs, escaping into the abyss below. So fall back, get the tech priests out of there, stand ground, annihilate the Xenos filth with righteous fury, capture, contain the Xenos, and return it to the Castus Metallicon intact, so that it may be vivisected and studied. Oh hell yeah, we're taking that option, right? We can maybe get some science bonus. Science, bitch! Let's do it. If you insist, Magos, we will do our best, but I fear you may be overestimating our combat capacity. Okay, maybe we should have retreated.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
Okay. Fight. Okay, so this is essentially the final battle of the tutorial. You'll be pleased to know. It's been like, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And I know, like I said, there's been a lot of me talking. It's not going to be like this the rest of the time. Yeah, okay. The 41st millennium is a brutal place. You may lose the battle, but not the war. In Mechanicus, there are many alternate paths to discover. Very true. As long as you don't lose all your tech priests. So, what are we dealing with? There's the Void Admiral. Necron Warrior. Necron Warrior. Another one. And there isn't one up here. That is like a spawner, but there won't be more spawning in this battle. So, we've got to survive 6 rounds. Spoiler, we can't kill this guy. So, I guess we will bravely run away. I'll still probably put these guys in. Because, I mean, like, if anything, they're going to take hits for me. Probably put the wounded one there. Let's do it like that. Okay, so we're going first. Let's take a little look at him. Damn, I really don't want to get hit by that. We don't know how much HP he has until we scan him, but I guarantee you it's a lot. So, I think I pretty much want to split up, but definitely moving the tech priest this way. I'm not too worried about the warriors. Might just leave this guy here. Oh, that's something. Yeah, if you end turn without doing anything, you actually delay and move to the end of the order. You can only do it like once, though. I think maybe... Oh, I should have also mentioned, you'll notice the troops cannot collect cognition. Only tech priests. I'll move this way. Like I say, all of those guys completely expendable. Now, let's get down here. I think rather than revealing their stats, I want to start grabbing cognition. We can't shoot any of them. Yeah, not in range of any target. Yeah, so we can't do anything much. We will move down though and grab some more cognition as well. Doesn't really matter where we grab it from. Yeah, it's not in range, right? Yeah, you can't see them. This unit, do I want to move it up? Sort of slow him down a bit? Maybe. It could be a good distraction. I think I will. Let's just... And then that'll also make him in doubt of what to do. Okay, that's fine. Cognition for us. Didn't die either, so... You're going to shoot here, I assume? Yeah. It's actually good because it allows our tech priest to get round. We'll see where Void Admiral goes.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
We can run away. Nightmare Shroud. Don't know what that does, but it's pretty spook. Can he reach us? Oh, we can. 7 damage. Okay, well, that's the end of that guy. Servitor 1 has died. Don't worry, troops are cannon fodder designed to protect your tech priest. Yep, fine. So I don't want to move too close, because, like, we're going to get ripped through pretty quickly. Okay, the cognition is back. What I might do is try and move this one, although who's going? Oh, it's that warrior. That's fine. So I might try and move it up here. I want to distract this guy and keep him up this end for as long as possible. This is the only... Like, I've played a few missions, obviously, in the main game before it went horribly wrong and I died. Don't want to talk about it. This is the only mission I've ever played where it's just like, run away, survive. It's not a very common thing. Where is that warrior? Oh, he's there. Oh, crap. We're probably dead then. That's fine. Okay. What do we want to do? Move forward and shoot that one. Not that we have to shoot, but we might as well, right? We could use 1 cognition. I don't really want to, though. I think we'll just move here. Well, I was saying that I've done that. I probably want to shoot it with this guy as well. Oh, it's down. We did so much damage. Do Do I care about finishing it? Not really. I could do, though, couldn't I? We can always run back the other way. Maybe we'll split the tech priest up, actually. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to move over here. Stay in range of that. Well, actually, we're going to grab it immediately because I spent a cognition point getting here. Enter, and then we can shoot that next turn. And then I'll move him over here. Might be worth going into... I think it will be worth using the cognition point. I think it will. All right, here we go. Look. We'll obviously get that point back immediately anyway. We're going to use the pistol. Oh my god, we wrecked him. And then we should be able to move... Yeah, we still our one cognition point we spent gave us this amount of range anyway, so we can move here without spending any more. Grab the cognition point from him, but crucially, finish him. Okay, good stuff.
How dare these wretched things stand before the Void Admiral of Cesaragon?
Cesaragon. I don't know. You're going to keep Nightmare Shrouding, though. Maybe it's a buff. Okay, he's coming down the middle. Oh, he can reach that one, so that's the end of that. I've got to be careful. We've got to make sure we can run away from him. If we get rid of the Necron Warriors, that takes away that problem. If I have to run like these... I'm going to run you up here away. And hope that he chases you. He might not, though. I kind of want to keep cognition points so we can run a long way away. Okay, right. Shoot him. Let's, just for funsies, let's find out what we're dealing with here. 40, and a physical shield of 5. So yeah, obviously we're not going to bother attacking him. I think I will move over a bit to try and... Oh, I hit end turn instead of move. What a dummy. I was going to move over to try and dissuade him coming this way, but never mind. And then I think what I will do is probably move you back a bit. Might as well grab the stats on this Necron Warrior. There's no reason not to at this point. We can get other upgrades for our Servo Skull, depending on the upgrade tree we go down. Like, we can have it do 1 damage and stuff.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
Notice he doesn't get any complex, stupid words to say. Oh, he changed to Energy Shield. That must be what his ability does. He didn't move, though. See if we can draw him away. What's this warrior going to do? He's moving that way. That's fine. I'm probably just going to chill, actually, then. Literally just going to hang out and see what he does.
Do not think to challenge us. We have killed our gods.
Yeah, okay, bro. We can all kill our gods. Okay, he is going up there. Excellent. Oh my god, he can reach? He can move so far. We've only got 2 more rounds to survive, though, so we're nearly there. Probably going to sit tight with you and just start moving you over, but we're not going to use any cognition yet. And we should be okay now. I think he's so far away, he's not going to reach us. Only 1 more round to survive, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be fine. I'm not even going to... We could have made an effort to kill that warrior, but there's no point.
Can you hear the trembling of the stars? Can you feel the whole galaxy's terror?
No, actually, we've locked away our emotions in our machines. So, no. Interesting question, though. Thank you. Thank you for asking. All right, we should be good, right? We can just end turn. Yeah, cool. Cohort successfully survived the Xenos life forms. Report, Kepra. Well, we got the squad out alive, Magos. That has to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron war form of capability well beyond our expectations. Yes, I do not need to hold my emotional engrams. However, one battle won is not a success. We will eventually face losses on this mission. When this happens, we must press on, beyond our failures, to reach success. There is something else. The reanimation. The Necrons are waking up. It started when Resak stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. The obelisk that may have been a form of intruder alarm. Oh, whose idea was it to investigate that? And now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. Who touched the obelisk? I can't imagine. And we no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we can do on Silver Tenebris, it must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We do not even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun, then. Omnissiah preserve us if our duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cause, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision-making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that when one method fails, another must be sought until all are exhausted. It's handy, isn't it? Just put your emotions aside and be like, right, this is what we have to do. And what are your orders, Magos? The Skitarii will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. So this is kind of like where it's going to come into an XCOM mechanic. I'll talk about it in a minute. I shall mobilize the Skitarii immediately, Magos. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necron rarely / never observed. Potential of +++. Intelligence on Necrons added to sum total of human knowledge. Imperative. Focus on acquiring artifacts, intelligence, data from... You just knew it, didn't you? Hold your blasphemous stung. Stung? I got carried away. I was already looking at Scaevola. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Scaevola, and your stung. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archmagos Barassis, Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah creed. Keep your stung in order. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. Well, if that is not the Imperium all over, I don't know what is. I return frustration at your conflict and choose to experience it. There will be bloodshed enough on Silver Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In our purpose, we are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Alright. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitarii have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they have found gives me grave concern. Oh my god. Explain, Xenobiologist. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Resak accidentally began the progress, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered. From the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silver Tenebris will locate these structures and contain the constructs within. That may not be enough, Magos. I have detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols and the rate the Necrons are awakening. They are speeding up. Can you be certain? The Necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. The reanimation protocols continue to accelerate. They will fully awaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures, that will constitute a Necron army beyond this mission's ability to contain. I see. Then our time here is limited. Yes, it fucking well is. Now let's leave. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. Well, you don't say, game mechanics. I will send Skitarii scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high priority mission, sire. If the threat on Silver Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before full reanimation is reached, we'll be forced to abandon the planet. Okay, so here we go. I'm not going to let him speak. Screw you, Redditors. This is... No, shut up. This is like XCOM, where, you know, in XCOM, the baddies are working on a secret project, and it goes up over time as you're doing missions and stuff, and then if it reaches 100%, it all kicks off. It's like that, but in this case, the Necrons are waking up. And as you're doing missions, the longer you take, and I take ages because I'm greedy and I go in every room, you know, like the more turns you take, essentially, it adds to the percentage. So, anyway, I fear they are right. I feel fear too. That is part of my humanity I've chosen to retain, but I can quarantine it in my neurovaults and choose instead to focus on what must be done. We must choose our missions wisely. It will not be easy. The Omnissiah did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity is present on this world and will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Thus the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. Okay. What another sector located then? This tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves not to illuminate, but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge, and a structure as alive and aware as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate the walls are made of substances not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely they are the only dangers here. Okay, right, we're aboard the ship. This actually is going to end this tutorial, this video. I am very briefly in a second just going to explain what we're doing here, but that will be it. So, in fact, let's do that first. Shut up, Pango. So, tech. Tech is a pretty pointless screen so far that I've seen, but you can view all of the weapons you found and unlocked by doing missions, all the gear, like, you know, parts and utility items, your troops, upgrades for the ship itself, and then canticles, which are those global powers I talked about. See what I was talking about? Restore 5 HP is one. I unlocked this very easily. Complete one mission without using a canticle by accident. And that, as you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, the next physical attack will deal +3 physical damage. Now, because I kept forgetting about the canticles, this got up to level 3. And then it was +9 physical damage. So maybe we'll just do that again. Yeah, here it is, look. Level 3. Complete 3 missions without using a canticle. Maybe, if we don't need the canticles, we won't use them for this reason. So we can unlock the better one. But anyway, that's the tech screen. The mission screen is where we will select missions. These 6 guys will have missions. Sometimes all of them, sometimes only a couple. And if we click it, we can see what sector it's in, a description of the mission, rewards. I'm going to go through this again, I suppose, in the next video for people who skip the tutorial. So I won't talk about it too much. But you can select the missions there. And in the cohort, we will see up to 6 tech priests at the front. And then all the different types of troops we can unlock as well. And we can look at them. In terms of our tech priests, we will be able to get upgrades, which is all of these skill trees that we can go down. And we can select weapons and gear and apply them and whatnot. But I'll go through that a little bit next episode rather than waste any more time. So, it's been a long one. If you're still here, wow, thank you. Thank you for your attention and watching. If you just skipped to this part and you happen to catch my speech, well, thank you for skipping. It was something. But, yeah, there was a lot of talking in there. It was very slow. And you can probably see why when I first played it, now granted I wasn't having to read everything out loud when I first played it, but you can probably see why by the end of it I was like, yeah, this game's okay, but I'm going to take a break now. And then I just ended up not really coming back. But like I say, I'm glad I came back eventually because it gets really cool, especially with upgrading all the different tech priests, and obviously you're just slamming through mission after mission with less kind of slow screwing around. You know, you're just cracking on, doing missions, upgrading stuff, unlocking stuff. It's really good. Really, really good. So, at least we now have the tutorial done. We understand the context of what's happening in the story, and we're ready to go. So, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very much for watching if you have. Really appreciate it. Have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.